Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Had a strange day yesterday, y'all. I just got to tell you, it was homecoming parade. We got homecoming tonight, and lots of people in town. So three of my kids were in the parade. JoJo on his little football team. He's 8 year old, and my 7 and 6 year old for cheerleaders. They were in the parade, and my son was in the band. So after the parade, we go to the high school to pick them up. They were in the little floats and everything in the back of these trucks. So we drive on to the high school, and there are these teenage guys. There's about 8 or 9 of them, and they are beating the heck out of this other teenager, punching and kicking. And Beth's like, "Oh my God, Bobby, look, they're killing that guy." And, there's people everywhere. Well, what do you do as a responsible adult? You see this one kid getting pummeled by 9 or 10, and they're big guys. At the time, I didn't notice, if they were out of school age or whatever. I just hopped in and did what a good human being would do. And I get out and I yell at them in my deepest voice, right? I'm like, "Hey, get away from him!" And I just go out there with my fists clenched, and buddy, they scattered like cockroaches. And apparently I said this: "Y'all get off him, I'm gonna whoop your asses." Apparently that's what I said. That's what they said I said. And then, so they dispense like cockroaches. And then these parents come over and go, "They were play fighting." Play fighting? There were 9, 10 people on top of this guy beating the crap out of him. That's play fighting? And you're going to do this in a public arena where everybody's around? Are you kidding? So I broke a fight up. Now, in some towns, I'd be considered a hero. Well, can you believe that, Bobby? He didn't care. He didn't care if there was 8 or 9 people on one guy beating the crap out of him on the ground, kicking him and punching him. He got in there and he broke it up. I didn't touch nobody. I went in there like a bull in the china shop, baby, with my deepest voice. And I must have scared the crap out of them because they dispersed. And then I get this mama coming up to me. "Don't you ever talk to my child like that again." I said, "Woman, let me tell you something. I see your child on top of another human being kicking and screaming. I'll talk to him any dang way I want." So then everybody's like, "They do it all the time. They're the best of friends. They're football players. They're on the football team. It's homecoming. They're just playing." Well, let me tell you something. Your playing got my wife all upset because she was like, "Bobby, Bobby, Bobby." And I just did what a responsible human being would do. I went out and broke it up. But I'm the evil one. I'm evil. I'm an evil guy because I told them I was going to whoop their asses. Unbelievable. What kind of country do we live in now, where you can't be a good Samaritan and try to help a guy out on his back getting kicked and beat? But I'm a bad guy. All parents are mad at me. How dare you speak to my child like that? And you know what? If it happens again, I'm going to speak to them the same dang way. I will get them off that fella. And I do that the same thing for any of y'all too, right? If I saw someone on top of y'all beating y'all up, I'd get them off. I will get them off. I will pull them off like the cockroaches they are. If I see another human being get beat up, try that in the Piggly Wiggly. You see if I don't go to aisle 7 and do some dispersing. So I ain't scared of nobody. That's like, "Bobby, you can't jump into altercations like that." I said, "Oh, yes, I can. If I see another human being get beat up, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to take care of business." Now, they dispersed, so I didn't have to pull anybody off. I didn't have to punch anybody. Didn't have to do anything. But y'all know I'll get in there with you. I'll fight. Unbelievable. But I'm evil now. That's like, "Oh, the police are going to get you." For what? I broke up a fight. And everybody's upset at me. Unbelievable. I mean, I should have said, "Oh man, here's a hammer. Hit him with a hammer. That's fun. That's play fun. Here, take this rock, beat him on the head." Then I'd be considered fun because I'd be in the play fight. Hey, play fighting is good when you're 7 or 8, right? Play fight when you're 7 or 8 years old, not when you're 17, 18 years old. Okay, it's time to give that up, guys. And if you do it in a public arena, don't be surprised if someone gets in there and pulls y'all off and beats the crap out of all of you. Didn't come to that because they dispersed. But my God. So me and the mama got into it last night. One of the mamas, she called me and we finally made peace. And I said, listen, my adrenaline was going. I was trying to save the guy on the bottom. I don't even know who he was. So we made peace. And I'm going to go to the homecoming game. Beth was scared to go to the homecoming game. She said, Bobby, they're going to beat you up. I said, let them come. She said, well, I don't be there. I said, I'm going to the game. So we made peace. Everything's fine. Beth's fine, I think. Just unbelievable. So I thought we'd go early today. So apparently our little number came out today. Did our number come out, Ed? What'd they say? Must have been good because the market's down.
So what they said, it came out. It was a little stronger than expected. So here we are. Not a shock.
Not a shock. Yeah, okay. So what we see is volume is really, really up. Everybody is not going to the Hamptons. Now, volume is going to be elevated in the morning session, right? Anyway. So, but that still looks like a pretty strong number. And as you can see, volume is increasing. See the little line there, the little average volume thing. So, it's kind of made it go up here. We get a number opening bell, of course. Here's pre-open. That must have been when the number came out, right? The initial shock. Oh no, better than expected. Means that they'll keep raising rates. Well, of course they're going to keep raising rates. That's what they're going to do until they wreck us all. All right. Because they didn't raise them soon enough, right? So here we got the overnight low. We've got the 15-minute opening range, and now we are beaten down, and AD just made the low of the day. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, let's see. Let's look at our, what shall we say, big green monster. So now y'all do see how I've been locked up in jail for, because I do have a hot head. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I don't deny that. Now you know why I'm blocked from going to Krispy Kreme Donuts in Birmingham, Alabama for at least 5 years. All right, here we go. Let's go to ES. So we went from fairly priced to what? Oversold. This looks like an overreaction to me. Now, as we were discussing yesterday, what did we say? We said our eyes are naturally drawn here, right? And then we always looked at the point of control and said, we never surprised if we go down here. So our chart did look kind of bearish yesterday, and indeed, that proved out. Now, what is interesting for those of you scalping, this might be a good scalp day because your deltas have increased if you're short puts, right? So you short puts, your deltas are going up today. So you could easily scalp a micro and just wait for this little puppy to come up, at certain times. Let's see, let's go back to our other chart. Be a good time to scalp to the downside. So if we make a move back to the opening 15-minute range here, you could probably be a great area to enter your scalp, but wait to do it on a candle where it's up, right? You want to counter scalp, right? We want to go with the flow, and the flow is downward. AD downward, everything pointing downward. So, if you want to do some downward scalps, heck, you could jump in here. I wouldn't. I'd wait till we, relax a little bit. There's no relaxing yet, but, let it pop up a little bit and then pop in again because, it looks like we may go down. The alligator is down. The VWAP is down. Everything just pointing down. That'd be fun, right? All right, but let's do what we are best at, and that is recording our stuff. I bet we won't have no Jeffersons today on a big down move, but we don't care. 10, 7, 22. We know how to do this now. We've got pretty good at this. I think where I put it. Don't put your date there. Put your date over here. Sorry. 10, 7, 22. Back in the day, they would have put me in the newspaper and said, local guy heroes for breaking up fight among teenagers when no one else would step in. No one went with me. into battle. I did it all by myself. Wasn't scared of nobody. Unbelievable. And I had that adrenaline pumped up, baby. I was ready to pull. I was going to knock some people out, knock them off. But they dispersed like roaches. Unbelievable. All right, so let's go to our count here. Yeah. So next time I'm at the Kroger, there's a fight break out. I got to think to myself, Bobby, are they play fighting? Maybe they're play fighting. No adjustment on my deltas. I could be 39. Look at me, I'm 36. Oh, it'll be 36 again, people. 44.93. I remember when old people used to talk like that, and I'd be like, oh, 45. 13. What are we doing on our theta? Look at us, y'all. Sweet, sweet, sweet. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. VIX, I think I saw VIX at 30. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And our buying power usage probably exploded to 6,068. 6,068. I think my wife's even embarrassed about me. Oh, Bobby, everybody's gonna hate you. I don't care if they hate me. I really don't. I don't care what people think about me. You know, the older you get, the less you think about what people think about you, right? You just kind of be your own self. Unbelievable. I just try and protect that little kid at the bottom. I don't know who he was. I don't know what color he was. I don't know what he looked like. I was just trying to help him, man. All right, let's go to the other account. All right. So do that at the Atlanta airport. How about that? Break it out at the Atlanta airport. See how that works out. Go to Hartsfield. Okay, so we're 101,039. Oh no, down $778. That's a big meatball. Huh? It's a big meatball. Let's see what our Greeks are here. 123.58. Our deltas. Ooh, we double. Look at that. 123.58. But we're fine. We could be as high as 152 before we start, making adjustments. So our theta is a robust 159. 32. I see it, our 159.32. And what about our buying pair? VIX of 30, and our buying pair is 21,921. It's almost like we ain't even traded. 21,921. 21,921. So we're at 21%. 40% is where we could be. We don't need a delta adjustment, and our theta is oh so pretty. Oh so pretty. Well, Ed doesn't feel good. It's been real conservative so far too, right? So he's feeling good too. Ed, your number's still green.
Yeah, I'm good, Bob. I actually did a stretched 111 in the ES this morning, right after the report.
Tell everybody what stretch you.
It's like TK's 112 for no credit, but I do a 111 for no credit or a quarter.
Which is more of a hedge type trade, right?
It is. And the 112 gets you further out, but uses the double buying power. The 111 was with a 29.80 naked put strike. So I felt like that was a good enough distance away.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I put some regular micros on. This is my first ES trade in that account. And I'm not looking at necessarily going in that direction, but for this particular trade where it is more of a hedge, I thought I would just put on the big contract. And I'm lining one up in the other account to layer on as we speak.
Okay, good. So check this out. It says, yeah, make a trade. I'm close on deltas, right? Really close. My theta is kind of in the center, and my buying power is fine. Yeah, I think I could squeeze out one. I do. I think I squeeze out one. Oh, Bobby, you're going to get above that 39 theta. Okay. I know. I am well aware of the risk. Right? I am well aware. I think I'm gonna put one on them. Let's do it. So why don't we do? Let's see. Here we go. Long put vertical. 50 wide. Till we get it down to about $10. I know I've told this story before, but we were at McDonald's and me and Beth were just dating. And Beth had on just started dating. And Beth had on a pair of little white shorts. And that, oh, she was so cute in her little white shorts. And we were at McDonald's because I treat the ladies to only the best. So we were at McDonald's and these 4 guys were in there. And they were eyeballing Beth behind us, right? And they were like, ooh, ooh, like, they were being disrespectful to her, And so I gave them the death look, like, you stop it, stop it, stop it. And then that guy had the audacity to do this. He counts his friends. He goes, 1, 2, 3. And he counted himself. He said, 4. And I said, by God, it'll take off for it because I'm about to whoop y'all's. And they dispersed like cockroaches. The cockroaches they were. Trying to, I don't know. What's wrong with people? Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm a brawler. I don't mind getting into altercations, but unbelievable. So we got filled there on a put debit spree. All right. So let's go sell something. Oh, we think the world's coming to an end. Okay, we'll do a 1-1-2. Normally I do a 1-1-1. Let's do a 1-1-2. We got wide strikes here at that 2,800. Okay. That just looks like a place to go. Let's get that up to 1,150. Take some money. Let's do 2 of these. Let's see if we can fill 1,150. Come on, somebody. Fill my order. Fill me. 11 and a quarter. That should fill. I said, see, y'all embarrass me in front of all my friends. Wait, so we'll just go down to the left. Jeez. That should fill. So we got our little trade on. So nothing's working. We got our little trade on. So let's go over here. Then let's do the same trade over here. All right. So trade. And I understand why Beth is she don't want me to get involved in middle stuff. I mean, because people crazy now, right? I mean, they shoot you over anything. I got it. I got that. She don't want to be left fatherless, with her kids. I got that. I understand that totally. But I would hope if somebody was on me, beating the crap out of me, right? If there was 8 or 9 people on top of me, I would hope somebody would come in and say, you know what, that ain't right. I don't know what the old boy did, but to have 8 or 9 on top of him, that ain't fair. Now, if it's been a 1-on-1 fight, I'd said, y'all go at it. Settle your differences. But when you got 9-on-1, that ain't right. 34 team. 34 team. So my friend who's on the board of education, he said, Bobby, Bobby, you are ruining your chances to become a politician. I said, are you kidding? I said, if I ever want to become a politician, I said, this is the best thing that could have happened. I said, what are you talking about? I said, you won't believe how many people, even though all the parents that was involved, they were all upset. You wouldn't believe the number of text messages and everything I had to say. Hey, brother, that is awesome. They said, do you know they do that at the softball games and they scare my kids? My kids are scared to go to softball games because of those big boys doing that fighting, that stuff. They're scared. They're scaring other people by doing this. They're scaring little kids. So I had a lot of people text me and say, oh man, I'm so glad you did that. They don't need to do that. Unbelievable. So I said, are you kidding? I said, if I want to run for mayor now's the time to do it. All right, here we go. But I can't, I'm outside the city limits. I was going to run for mayor a couple of years ago. I thought that would be fun. We were going to have a buzzer drop on New Year's Day because we don't do nothing New Year's in this town. I said, that would be fun if we like got a dead buzzard, cause they all over the place. In Bowden, they live near the funeral home, apparently. They're on top of the funeral home. And it makes me wonder, are we really disposing of the bodies like we're supposed to be at the old funeral home? Well, what's going on? Cause, I mean, we got buzzards everywhere. So I was gonna go out and shoot one of them and get it stuffed by a taxidermer, a taxi, whatever they are. And we were going to drop one on, put a lot of lights around it, have, do a buzzard drop. I thought it'd be so great. And now I found out that you're not supposed to kill them, quote unquote. They're like a protected species. But I was like, oh man, around here, we get away with it. So, I was gonna find one that died of, can you say, quote unquote, natural causes? Which basically would have been me and my 2011 Nissan Rogue running over one when there was something dead in the middle of the road. You know how it works. So, because if you speed up, now me and Beth hit one on the way to Tennessee one year. That scared the devil out of me. You ever run up, hit a buzzard and it hits your windshield? Whew. All right, so I put that in right? We sold it for 12. We brought in $54.12. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions on. So we're pretty maxed out. And I know I'm taking a little extra risk by putting one on, but when you get a down move of 2%, I mean, you got to take advantage of that, don't you? So let's put him in the 112, 50, whatever it was. 111, 52nd. Let's put him in his group. And then let's just kind of look at our groups. 111, 52nd. Here we go. Unallocated. Second. Let's do some evaluating. And I mean, it is good that we do have buzzers because they, clean up the messes that you and I don't want to clean up that's on the road. I mean, we like that. So, Oh, I'm in the wrong count. I put that in the wrong count, Jim. Hold on. Did I do the order in the wrong count? Unbelievable. Well, I would like to do 2 contracts over here. Hold on. Let me go to the other account first. Create duplicate order. And let's go to the little account. The Crimson account. And let's see if we can still get 12. Let's try 12. We'll try 12. We'll do. Yeah, now we're filled over here. All right, good. Now let's put this in 111 52nd or 112 52nd. Here we go. Getting my counts all mixed up now. Rick, what's wrong with you? You sleep today, or Rick would normally call that. Bob, you're in the wrong count. 112 52nd one of these things, and they work good, don't they? They really do. Now, so we got him in the 111 52nd. Now, the other question that comes over here, we've seen before, is on our little decision making is 52nd, got filled at 12. Okay. So we come over here to decision. So do I put on a trade? Yes. Okay. Do I have a 65% winning trade? I don't think we do. Negative 36 plus 9 minus 69 minus 0, 0, negative. No, we don't. We ain't got jack, squat, crap, nothing that's profitable. So what you could do is go over here to the Analyze tab, right? Go to the Analyze tab, hide your simulations, single symbol, and let's just see what we got here as far as our trades, right? So 11118. Oh, ain't she pretty? She's down 36 cents, but if we hang in there for just a little bit, we're gonna make a ton of money on that. 11119, beautiful, right at the beginning of the curve. 11120th, oh, behave. 11121st, even prettier. 11122nd, oh, look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Even on a put debit spread. Okay, man. Look at our put debit spread. We're up 50 cents on it. No, hold on a second. Maybe more than that. We're down $1 on it. Well, damn it. Second naked put. That's fine. We're down $44 on that naked put. 112.50. Look at that, y'all. Oh, ain't she pretty? That's one I guess we did yesterday. Look at that. 2% down move. That don't touch our little structure, does it? And then the one we just put on. Look at that. Oh, there she is. There she is. Miss America. Okay, so we got all that done. All right, so let's go to the second account. So we got that one in. There's nothing just closed. There's nothing to adjust. So we'll go over here to our decisions. We're down. Do you put opening trade in? Yes. Now let's kind of look at our Gregson ratios here. We're 0.16, using 21% of our buying power. We can do our normal tranche size over here of 2, but I'd like to do it only if I can do it with the same credit. Oh, go to the right account, Bob. Bobby Beth, Bobby Beth, Bobby Beth. Here we go. So here's one we open for 12. Let's see if we can get another one in there. Do another tranche for 12. Come on, baby. Feel me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we go to our micros page. Micros. Look at all these trades we got on over here. So we got 2 tranches. And we're going to call this 11257. Still put him in this group, shall we? 11257. Uh-oh. Hold on. Did I call one a 52nd already? I did that one today, right? So 11252. That's the one I just did, right? Let's change this to 11257, right? Rename the group 11257. Yes, I want to do it. Dang, I wouldn't have told you if I want. So let's put this one in the 11257. Now, move the group 11257. Now we got it. Now, let's do a little evaluating, shall we? So then remember where our decision tree will say, hey, old Bob, do you got something that's a 65% winning trade? Well, let's see what you and I've got here. All right, so here we've got -36, -37, -17, -16, -37, -146%, -90, +9, -48, -2, -53. Well, hello, ladies. Right? We got 2 here. Now, this is the one that you and I have been watching, right? This is the one that's our little lottery ticket here. Now we're down $100 on it today, but we're still up $200 on it. And then you got this one here. How many days to expiration we got here? We got 24 days to expiration here, and we've got one that's making us, $46. So this is going to sound weird, right? I'd rather close this one if I was going to close one than this one. And I'll show you why. Let's evaluate them. Let's look at the 11253rd and the 11121st. Right. Let me show you why. 11253rd. Let's go find it. 11 something 53rd. Where's he at? Here we are. This is 11253rd. We're just in the profit tier. Look at this shot. Oh my gosh. We're only up, what, $40 on it? We're at the top of the profit. I don't even think I want to close there. Would y'all close it? When after a 2% down move, we could go down 7% altogether today, which would be another 5% from here. I'd be down $200 in the account, but look, I'd be up $312. And then I can go almost another, what, 13, 14% off before I reach my break even. Would y'all close that account? Would y'all close that trade? Now, if my deltas were too big, or if my, if I was out of line, yeah, you can take that risk off. But watch what happens on this little puppy, right? As time goes by. Watch the purple line. Oh my God. Oh my God. 5 days. Let's say 5 days. In 5 days, that's going to an $86 winner. Right? Go another day. 98, 109, 119. See that purple line just popping up, 129. I mean, this is what you want these trades to do. You want price to go down so that we come into our profit team. What we don't want is just to blow right past it, right? But y'all, if we can absorb a 2% down move and this trade is still looking this pretty, why would I take it off? Why would I take it off? Bobby, you gotta take some risk off every now and then, you son of a gun. Okay. Now, let's see how this compares to the grand mal trade. The grand mal of all grand mals, the one that's up 124%. Let's check this one out. 11121st. Okay. That be, hey, 11121st. Let's find him. 11121st. There she is. Oh, is that not beautiful? Is that not gorgeous? We are dead smack almost in the middle of our quest to make that 900. I don't know, Bobby. Kind of getting down there, aren't you? On your little break even thing here, aren't you kind of getting down there? That'd be another 5% move before we, so are we playing with fire here, y'all? Are we playing with fire? So we kind of today rather be here. See where our little purple is, up 400 something, but we're kind of, reaching the point where we may be negative on the day saying, but perfectly fine to the upside. Now here's where Ed would come in and say, Bob, you got three tranches here. You got three tranches of this thing. Why don't you close one? Why don't you close one of them at 122% profit? And then let the other two go. What would y'all do? Would y'all close one of them and leave the other two? Or do you think we play with it and just let time pass over the weekend? So we're up $192 on the trade today. Let's see what happens by tomorrow, Sunday, when the markets aren't even closing, and we come into Monday morning. Monday morning, all things equal, we're going to be up $329, y'all. If we just do nothing compared to 192, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. What do we say? Pot odds here, right? Kind of like it. Now we think we're going to, you don't know about market direction. And then, this is where you go back and you go, okay, well, how are we doing here? What are we doing, Bob? What do you think about the overall market? Well, I think we're oversold, right? Why do we think we're oversold? Because we've got the big green monster that tells us we're oversold. I said we've got the dead gum big green monster that tells us we're over. Anyway, where's my big green monster? Shut up! Anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. Oh, here we are. It says we're oversold. And look what the market's doing. The market's saying, yeah, we're oversold. We got to go back and fill these gaps up in here. So, look at that. Isn't that amazing how these things just pin those to the, just amazing. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take my chances. I think we're oversold, and I think we're due to come back into here. Now, we could go over here, and that might cause me a little pain. So, these are, some of this is somewhat discretionary. You got our plan, but remember, it is the forest that rules all. My forest is pretty, regardless of this trade being in it or not, my forest is pretty good, regardless of this trade. I'm not looking at this trade as, oh gosh, what if, I'm just saying, yeah, I kind of like this. Let's just leave it. So we got our trade on. Now, will we close the other one though? Take off a little risk here. That was the thing. We're zero on it today. 46. I'm gonna sneak at my deltas, y'all. I'm gonna sneak a peek at my deltas. I shouldn't do this to see if we're over what we need to be. 122. Let's see. That's the new trade zone. Let's just kind of look over here. 122. My Greeks and ratios. Oh my gosh. Market's gone up. Our deltas have gotten even lower. That's fine. So yeah, and that's even with a new trade. So why would I take that trade off? Even the 70-something% winner. So do y'all see here where we got a little bit of, if you want to be mechanical, take them off. Right? Take them off. If that's what you want to do, take this off. It's a good winner. You've already made $200. Take it off. But the great thing about this trade is we don't have to take it off for 21 days. We can let this trade mature. Right? Let it mature. Let's see this one. Yeah. So all looks good. All right, I think that's all I gotta do. Anything else? Did we look at our linear regression chart? Y'all see anything here that makes you question life or question you going into the weekend thinking it's gonna be a horrible weekend? I don't. I don't think so. I think we'll survive the weekend. Coming in on Monday. We'll never know. So this is the great thing about trading, y'all. We take risks. You and I are risk takers. I took a risk by going into a group of 10 guys to break up a fight. We take risks. Could I have got punched? Absolutely. Could I have got shot or knifed down? Yeah, I could have. But you take risks. You know, take the pot odds, right? You just gotta go with it. So take a little risk, make a little money, keep things small. And the reason that we're so small, I think yesterday was a great session, right? We've weathered this down move, and the only thing that got out of line was our deltas. Our buying power was fine, our theta was fine. Look how we did. We did just great. Then you look at how we did the last time we had this problem in June. Look at this, man. I mean, we were all messed up. Right? We got this out of whack. We got this out of whack. Even though our deltas were in whack, we were kind of out of whack. So we're improving. We're getting better at this. We're honing in our metrics. We're getting everything, everything just dialed up just fine. All right, anyone got any questions or comments at all?
You did the right thing breaking up the fight, Bobby.
Yeah, I think so.
And these goofy parents who are fussing at you, shame on them. I don't know what kind of animal they are, but it's not a good thing.
And y'all know I got my mama's mouth every now and then. Is it a good look for me to say a dirty word to a kid? Well, I said I was gonna beat their ass. Okay. Yeah, so I shouldn't have said that. I guess I should have said, hey man, get away. But in the heat of battle, you're kind of like, I will whoop your tail if you don't get away from this guy. I needed them to know, hey, I mean business, So could I handle it better? Now, I didn't call him a SOB. I didn't call him a MF or this, or I didn't do that. I just said, hey, I'm gonna whoop you. I'm gonna whoop you if you don't get off this guy. So go for it. All right, guys. Y'all have a marvelous, marvelous weekend. I will see you Monday.